YouTube was down with it. It's your boys down back with another banger video. Y'all know what time it is. Hey, breaking news. Errol Spence out of the Fundora fight. Say it ain't so, bro. Crawford and Fundora is a possible match that could happen in December. Let's get it, man.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, according to Samson Lickowitz, his fighter, the Towering Inferno, the unified WBC WBO world champion, 6'6" junior middleweight world champion,
It's a big old
Sebastian
dude.
Fundora, 21 wins, one
Pause.
loss,
No did it.
one draw, 13 wins by way of knockout. Sebastian Fundora, he shocked the world back in March when he defeated then WBO junior middleweight undefeated Australian star boxer or superstar boxer in Australia, Tim Tszyu, the son of a legend, Costa Tszyu. He beat Tim Tszyu split decision. It was a ugly, nasty fight. With that said,
Bro, he I think he being polite. And I think he being a little bit giving him a little bit too much slack for how ugly. That was the ugliest fight I ever watched in my life, bro. Live. Like Fundora nose bleeding. Tim Tszyu, he had blood gushing out his head like a water fountain. That shit was bloody. They had blood all over his chest, running down his stomach, and his face covered in blood. It looked like a horror movie. But these dudes just standing in the middle of the ring, boxing each other. They gloves got blood. They trading blood. That shit was so disgusting. That was nasty, bro.
one Terrence Bud Crawford made himself the mandatory for the WBO title, and Sebastian Fundora decided to go a different route where he was expected to vacate the WBO title, not to fight Terrence Crawford, but to fight the man Terrence Crawford just beat in both their last fight, which is
Errol
Earl the Truth
Spence.
Spence Jr.
Yes, sir.
Now, Terrence Crawford dominated Errol Spence in July 2023. He dropped him 3 times and stopped him in the 9th round. And out of nowhere, Terrence Crawford petitioned to be the mandatory for Tim Tszyu. And obviously, since Tim Tszyu was fighting Sebastian Fundora, Terrence Crawford was going to get the winner. But then Errol Spence came out of nowhere, and it was talked about Errol Spence getting the fight with the winner in October over Terrence Crawford. And they maneuvered around Terrence Crawford. The WBO president, Mr. Paco, they stood their ground.
Terrence Crawford is the most duck man in the sport of boxing in the last since I've really been watching the sport from a non-casual lens, like from a real, like trying to understand the business side, the X's and O's of the sport. Terrence Crawford is the most avoided man in this sport because if he was a cash cow like Canelo, anybody or Gervonta Tank Davis, anybody he sent a contract to would accept it. But he's not on that level per se of stardom. He's better than those guys in terms of skill, but he's not on the level of stardom. So he can't just send anybody a contract and they accept it. They know how good he is, and he not gonna make as much money, so they'll avoid him because they know they can. But he a true legacy fighter, and he understand the business. If he not the biggest draw in the sport, but outside the sport, you should hit his dude business acumen. Dude say he get money when he's sleeping, so he don't got to worry about money. But these dudes avoiding this man, bro, and it's a shame, bro. It's a shame.
Said, listen, if Fedora don't fight Terrence Crawford, then he'll be stripped of the belt. Terrence Crawford found another opponent, which is the WBA junior middleweight world champion, undefeated, Israel Madrimov. And the WBO said, well, the WBO interim title will be on the line, and if Fundora don't want to negotiate in a timely manner, then he'll be stripped, and Terrence Crawford be elevated to the WBO WBA champion should he beat Israel Madrimov. Well, it was expected that he was going to vacate the WBO title and fight Errol Spence. It went from October to November to February, now to the fight being off altogether. According to Samson Lickowitz, he's stating that Errol Spence is physically unable to perform, and he doesn't have a trainer. And they are expecting if Terrence Crawford to beat Israel Majimov, August 3rd, Los Angeles, California. They want to begin negotiations for a showdown with Terrence Crawford in December, and they want to start negotiations August 5th, and they already reached out to His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh to start to begin to make this happen. That's huge news for Terrence Bud Crawford. Huge news for Terrence Bud Crawford. Why? Because now Terrence Crawford he's looking for an opportunity to fight Canelo Alvarez at 168. Canelo Alvarez historically fights on 2 dates: Cinco de Mayo weekend, Mexican Independence Day weekend, which happens to be this year, May 5th and September 14th. But Terrence Crawford is looking for that fight, right? But he can create history in a short time frame and still get the Canelo fight next year. How do you ask? This is how. He can fight Israel Majimov in August. Then he gets the fight with Sebastian Fundora, beats him in December. Now he holds the WBC, the WBO, and WBA title. Now, keep in mind, Canelo's going to fight in May. If you Terrence Crawford, this is what you do. You say instead of looking to fight Canelo Alvarez in May, you fight Canelo Alvarez in September. Right? You fight Canelo Alvarez in September. Right? Now you can fight Bakram for the IBF title and become the undisputed 154-pound.
Man, I get it. I get that we want Bud to chase this history, but we looking so far into the future. It's crazy, bro. I think Bud need to focus on the present, bro. I think that he definitely have a plan laid out, and that's understandable. But I think we looking too far into the future. I don't think he need to look past anybody. I don't think he should look past Madrimov, Fundora, or the other guy who holds the belt. I forgot his name. Sorry, but I forgot his name. I believe he's a Russian guy as well, but I don't think he should look past any of these guys. But I think this fight is a unification fight. I think Madrimov has two belts, so that'd be huge for Terrence Crawford.
World champion in under a calendar year. And that will make you a 3-division undisputed world champion and a 4-division world champion overall. Your place in history is cemented. And then you have the opportunity to fight Canelo Alvarez, who is the undisputed super middleweight champion, and you can become undisputed in 4 separate weight classes. That's historic. In today's modern time, with 4 belts, that would be enormous. That's monumental. And it can be done because you see, he can fight. He fights Majumov in August. He fights Sebastian Fundora in December. Okay, and then he fights uh, uh, um, Bakram. He fights him. I hope I'm saying his name right. He fights him in May in round.
By the way, none of this is set in stone, cuz this is just speculation by Blue Blood. But yeah, I'm gonna stop it right here. We got the gist. Uh, Errol Spence not fighting for Fundora, which is sad to hear because maybe Errol, if he got a belt, him and Bud could have rematched at 54 for another undisputed match. As a rematch, would have been crazy. But sadly, his body not holding up, probably from past things that happened to him. Those car crashes took a lot out of him. You know, um, that fight versus Terrence took a lot out of him. And bro, I just hate seeing him this way, like not being able to compete, physically incapable. We know it's heart and his spirit there, but the body giving up on him, bro. And that happens to a lot of athletes. But all you can do is just keep going forwards. So I think Terrence Crawford can beat Madrimov. I think he can beat everybody at 154. Honestly, the only thing they have as an advantage on him is size. You know, he obviously more skilled. They have youth and size on their side. Terrence Crawford ain't getting no younger. He might be getting more skilled. You know, the older you can still get more skilled no matter how old you get. He ain't getting no younger. But Floyd was able to beat. He's able to beat these guys well into his 40s. So maybe Bud come from that same cloth, man. With that being said, man, like, comment, subscribe, share this to somebody who need to hear it. All my haters keep hating. You know the mafia too strong. I love y'all. Till next time.